Hi guys, welcome to this session on Microsoft Word mail merge, advanced mail merge techniques. So first of all, I'm going to create a mail merge document. So onto the mailings tab and select recipients. This is the option I want to use existing list. Find my list, which is an Access database table called company records. And within there, the table that I require is this one, address details. Check that you've got that so you can see the list there. Now what you can do at this stage is you can sort this list by clicking on the sort option and selecting a sort feature. For example, you might want to sort by city and then by surname and then by postcode. Okay. You might want to filter this list so that only certain records are used in the mail merge. So if I select city equal to Leeds, you'll see that only the records from Leeds will be selected. If I go back into filter and remove that, put it back to no filter, click OK. You can also do that sort of thing from each of these little drop down arrows in this table. So if I go to city there and let's say I just want Bradford, there I just click on it like that and then go back to all. If I want Leeds, I click on Leeds, just filters Leeds, go back and take it all off. Now if I need to add a record to this table, I need to click on the database, which is this one, and then edit. And then you've got this new entry at the bottom where you can type in a new person. So if I type in a new person, Mrs. Alana Saxton, 1 Red Road, Leeds, LE1 1RT, say for example. Now you don't need to, I just noticed there's a mistake there, so I'm putting an S on that one. I don't need to fill all of this in for this demonstration, but you'll see what happens. Normally you would fill everything in. If I click OK, it asks me, do I want to update my list? Yes, I do. And then I can click OK to this. Now if I go back and have a look at the Access database company records, if I open that and then open the table address details, you can see that the record that I just typed in Word has actually appeared in the table in Access, which is great, except I don't want that, so I'm going to delete it, save that, close Access down and get back to my Word document and continue with the mail merge. So normally on the previous sessions I've shown you the address block and the greeting line, but for this example I'm not going to use those. I'm going to individually insert the fields, so I can then utilize some of the rules that you have with mail merge. So I won't do all of these fields, so I'll do address, city and postcode, and then you can see how these work. So again, if I click on preview results, you'll see that. Now, dear, I want this to say either sir or madam, depending on whether this is a female or not. So rules, first one is if then else, click that one. So it's the title field is equal to Mr. I want this text to appear. Otherwise, if it's not Mr., I want Madam to appear. I'll click OK to that. So it's a female, so it's saying Dear Madam. If I go forward, it should then say Sir, and it flicks between the two depending on what the field is. So that's the first one. Now, let's say that you want to skip records on this particular mail merge if the city field is equal to Leeds. Now we could have done a filter at this stage, but just to show you one of these other fields, we've got skip record if, that one. So if I click on that, if city field is equal to Leeds, now you can't see that there, but if I highlight these and do Alt F9, or sometimes you might need the Function key and Alt F9, whichever your keyboard is set to, it will flick this over and show you the code. So you can see the skip if code there equals leads. And I'll just put these back. So Alt F9 again shows it back. So when I go merge, finish and merge all the records, and then I scroll down these records. So if it sees leads, it should have skipped it and gone on to the next one, whatever that one is. So there's Bradford, there's Derby, and then there's Halifax and Manchester. There is no Leeds, Newcastle and Sunderland. So you can see this actually skipped that record altogether. So the filter, if I just close this one down, don't save that because this is the one you would save. You could keep running that. So this is miss leads out, whereas if you do the filter through this box, it's only showing you that particular city, so it would only show you leads. Okay, you've got different options. If I go into advanced, you've got like I showed you initially, you could city not equal to leads would do exactly the same thing. Let's come out of that, come out of that. So these fields sort of duplicate what's going on elsewhere. It's total your own personal preference which you like to use. Now the other thing I want to show you is this fill in box. So let's pretend we've done a letter, and at the bottom we want to add in our signature block. Now sometimes it might be a document signed by the MD, others it might be PP by somebody else or signed by somebody else. So if we go fill in prompt, so in there we could say enter appointment, for example, and the default appointment would be account manager, for example. And then if you don't tick this box, every time for every letter that you have in the mail merge, it will ask you this information and you will have to type it in every time, which is not great. So I'm going to tick that, click OK, ask me the first time, click OK, that's great. Now when I go for the merge, it will ask me once. So I'll click OK, and now I'm going to put in account manager S. Saxton, and then OK to that, and then every letter, as you can see there, if I come down and zoom in, says that on it, account manager S. Saxton. So that's using the fill in box. Now if I close this again, Control W to close, don't save it, back to this document. The last thing I want to do is, if I just delete this off, is just show you how to create a directory using this database list. So basically it's just going to produce a directory of all the records in this format, the way I've got it laid out there. So if I click on directory, and then it just shows you a complete list of everybody in the database, but laid out how you've placed the fields, like so. And that is the end of this session, guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you on the next one.